resembling those results we got yesterday. Cashed out a lot of tickets, and I'm going to send it to Lou to set the show up.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. Louie Diamond inside my Las Vegas handicapping studio. I am joined from a couple gentlemen inside there. Well, I wouldn't say, Eddie's got a Las Vegas handicapping studio. Tony G, you got a surprise studio out there in Arizona. So that is what is happening right now. And yeah, what a day we had yesterday. And lots and lots of winners. In fact, I'm going to pull up a couple. Tony, on fire. 5-1 underdog yesterday with Miami, Florida, winning on the money line. And I believe Eddie J, he told you there's no shot that Miami was going to win.
That sealed it, man. That was like
Eddie J. Eddie, eat some crow, baby. Talk to me.
Yeah, that's
sealed it. Baby. You know, I try to throw the whammy on it for you. You know, a little reverse psychology never hurts.
All right.
Good job.
A little reverse psychology, but what a night there! What a night! We had a lot of winners out there. Eddie J popped a few nice winners there with that Duke over in the first half. He was definitely on the money there. So congratulations with that. We're not going to talk too much about his Canucks debacle there yesterday. What was he thinking about? But actually, we wind up losing $6 on our parlay yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that again here today. I'm going to see what we can come up with here today. Unfortunately, Chumly cannot join us here today. Got to work for a living, so got to do that. So, but he will be back here tomorrow. But maybe between the three of us, we can get a little lucky with with one of these money line miracle parlays that. Oklahoma would have been nice. We'd have had a winner, or if we didn't have Vancouver, we'd actually had a winning day there, Eddie.
Ouch.
We would have had a winning day. So, all right, gentlemen. So, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us here today. And if you did miss us yesterday, thank you for joining us here today. We started playing a little parlay that we're going to figure out here at the end of the day. But right now, we're going to get right into the NBA. So let's go right into Tony G. NBA today.
All right, NBA today, guys. I'm not going to be as long-winded. Just give you the picks because I get the funny looks from my on-stage companions here when I voice straight too long, bloviate. Boston Celtics is going to be the best bet in the NBA today. 2.5. I do believe they're at the Golden State Warriors. Not like I said, I'm not even going to get into the long-winded stuff here. Let's go with the other action plays. Indiana and the Clippers. So we're going to go big bet. Boston, if you want the limited action and the more reliable, consistent spot here, I like Boston. And also, if you got to have a couple more plays, Indiana and the Clippers. That's coming off a day yesterday. The only play I gave out on the show that did not win yesterday actually was postponed. That was the Nuggets. We did cash easily with Charlotte that won straight up in overtime against the Heat and the Houston Rockets, which I said that line looked suspicious, like they were trying to get you to OKC. They were up 24 at the end of the first and rolled all the way through the game. No contest. So that's what we got going in the NBA, Lou. Think Boston tonight. Look for the Celtics to come through. That's the big play for me in the NBA.
All right, Tony. Thank you very much. We got some Boston, Indiana. They stuck it in shorts to us the other night there with.
That was cruel. I'm trying not to count that against them. Yes, I mean that kind of. If it hadn't been for that loss, I've been super rolling more than I am. You know, and it was kind of a stinging loss where they're up double digits to start the fourth. And I've always said in the NBA, the game really doesn't start to the fourth quarter. But, man, that was brutal to watch. I think it was like 25-7 to start the fourth quarter where they gave up a double-digit lead. Ouch. Tough to watch. Really tough to watch.
Yeah, so you think they'll get a little bounce back here tonight and maybe not
just
fall
not choking
apart?
away down the stretch. Yeah, hold together. I mean, all they got to do is just hold together down the stretch. They don't even have to play great. Just don't do that again, you know. And I think they'll be able to avoid that performance late tonight, or at least I'm betting on it.
All right, now what about these Jazz tonight? After the streak gets broken by Denver, now they're coming back. They're facing the lowly Pistons, but they're laying double digits, 12
That's
points.
the problem for me with this game is that double digits, Lou. I see them getting their feet back wet. Like I say, their momentum of a long winning streak kind of got snapped. They had a little time to think about it. Now I expect them to come out and play probably a begrudgingly game, probably not pretty, but they're going to get the win. Covering is going to be tricky. I just don't trust them yet. I need to see something from them before I'm willing to lay double digits. And what I consider to be a soft spot, a recovery spot. This is almost like a triage game for them. So I'm not counting on them to do a double-digit hit on the low. And it's always the lowly teams that these guys don't get up for, man. So, you know, if you look at the lower tier teams, the ones they cover are double-digit underdogs against the really good teams. Because on any random night, these guys are going to get their garbage points in the last 6 minutes when all the scrubs come in. They're going to keep getting they're going to get their 20, and they're going to cover. You know, they're down by 18, but they lose by 9 and cover. I mean, that's classic NBA horseshit. And so I just try to avoid that. You know, if I stay away from those games, I kind of avoid getting caught up in that mush. And I don't like that mush. Too stressful.
Okay, all right. Eddie J, what are your thoughts? What do you got there? Anything on them Jazz? You feeling any Pacer love? Feeling any Celtic love? What do you got that might be a little different or some of the same?
Yeah, I'm feeling the Celtics love. I actually have a pretty big card in the hockey and the college tonight, so nothing really passed my NBA test tonight. The two I gave out yesterday, small money lines on Chicago and Dallas, and I was saying, hey, throw those couple in a parlay if you didn't want to lay a little juice. We got the win with Chicago. Dallas led from start to finish, and then leading by 2 with about 12 seconds left. Phoenix misses, gets the offensive rebound, misses, gets the offensive rebound. It's a jump ball. They get the ball and can the 3 with 0.8 seconds left, and we lose by 1. So I guess that happens sometimes. Got to take the good with the bad. But tonight, nothing passed on my card because, like I said, the hockey and the college were, passing the test. But as far as the NBA, the closest one I had that I wanted to play was that Boston that Tony's playing. And usually with them small numbers, I don't like to, lose by a bucket or anything. So I'd lay the minus $1.25 with the Celtics on the money line there. But yeah, Golden State, they tend to, beat up on the Timberwolves and the Kings and guys like that. But, when they play top-notch competition, there just seem to be no match this year. They don't play as great defense this year, and they're just shooting the threes, playing around out there. And Boston's going to be sticking it to them defensively. And I would say the Celtics win this one on the road tonight. So I agree with Tony. So yeah, go with the Celtics for a free NBA pick, but nothing else on my card tonight for the NBA.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Eddie. And I got a little bit of love for them Wizards over, and they seem to be the train to be on at home. But tough to pull a big trigger on it. But I think the Wizards might have a little bit of a high-scoring affair. I kind of do think the Jazz might rebound against the lowly opponent because of what happened the other night. But you know what? Sometimes it goes back to back, where they won't show up at this one, But at home, I think this is a spot for them against these Pistons. I think that they'll have a big night. So I got a little bit of love for the Pistons. So that kind of wraps it up there for us in the NBA. A lot of college basketball has already started, but there's still plenty left for you guys, and that's where I leave it to you guys. So. What are your thoughts here with college basketball? Let me get your thoughts here with the Red Rifle here. College baskets tonight. What are we circling?
Okay, I'm going to give you 4 plays. I'm going to give you everything but the best bet. If you want to get the best bet, head over to thegreatwhitecapper.com. I've got my website set up. You can contact me there, or go ahead and just purchase a package and you'll get to play. I'll send it to you. So we're going to go with 4 plays here. Everything else but my best bet. And I've been really cooking in college. No guarantees these are going to hit tonight, guys, but I've really been zoned in and on the right side of a lot of these games. First one is going to be Jacksonville State. So bear with me, companions, here, because I'm going to try to just give a little information here. They're at home. Now, Jacksonville State only has a 10-6 record compared to Eastern Kentucky's 13-2 in the Ohio Valley. But the thing I will let you know here is Jacksonville State played a heavy dose of road games against really good teams early. You know, one of those where it doesn't do good for your record, but it definitely helps your team build a little character, get a little experience in. And it does show up when these guys go back to their conference, like a SWAC team, like a Prairie View A&M might go 0-11, or Texas Southern a few years ago, 0-12, 0-13 in non-conference. But when they get back into the SWAC, they sweep the board. That's kind of Jacksonville State's not in that position because they have Belmont to contend with. But I think Jacksonville State's probably the second best team in that conference, competing with Belmont. So I like this line. I think it actually moved. If I had bet this last night, I could have got Jacksonville plus a point. Woke up this morning, it's -2. I like them in the range 5-6. This is the best bet play, but I do really like Jacksonville State. Next game I like, let's go to Texas, where you get a Big 12 matchup, Big 5 matchup. Baylor coming in undefeated, 16-0 against 11-3 Texas. Shaka Smart going to try to pull the shocker here at home. Not going to play around here. I'm just going to be honest. I like Texas in this matchup. If you look for a spot for a team that's 16-0 to trip up, it is going to be a road conference game against a viable opponent. And I think Texas defensively, this is probably going to be a very ugly game, similar to what you saw last night when Texas Tech played Oklahoma. These guys are going to fist punch, pull, grab for every single bucket. It's going to be a slugfest. And I think Shaka Smart's going to mess with the guards of Baylor, make them work hard, wear them out toward the end. I think Texas pulls us upset here tonight. But for the play, I got Texas plus 5.5. 2 more action plays, quickly going to touch on Clemson plus 2.5. North Carolina has the longest active winning streak in the ACC. I think it's 3 straight games. That's how rough the ACC's been. No, 3 straight wins in the league. That's North Carolina. Going on the road. Until last year, I believe, it was the longest streak of any kind in any sport. Clemson had never won a single game in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Finally broke that, 0-59. I think Clemson at home is going to have a little something. North Carolina's not a great outside shooting team, so they have to fight inside on offensive rebounding and playing some scrappy defense. It's going to be another physical game, but I think Clemson's going to hit enough shots, and they're going to get the win against my Tar Heels tonight. And finally, BYU, just a good matchup, good line. I got it at -11. So you got Jacksonville State, Texas, along with Clemson and BYU as my 4 teams for college basketball tonight. And if you want the best bet, go visit the website and I'll hook you up.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. Lots of information there. And actually, in a very condensed format. Very nice, Tony. Thank you.
I'm trying.
You tried very hard. It was very nice. And I'm reading a Facebook post of yours right now. And it's saying your advice is it's time to sell.
That post was
a GameStop, or is that for silver?
It was GameStop. I like silver. I'm a silver guy. I'm a silver hound, dude. I'm like a hound dog collecting silver. You know, it's like people collect baseball cards, which I do, but silver's get it while you can, man. I really like its prospects. And I was doing it more when it was in the 10 to 12 range, not as, now I'm more of a sit and wait. I'm not going to actively pursue it at this price, but I'm definitely not looking to move it. I'm going to hold on to what I got there. I'm referring to GameStop, and that post is a reference to a movie quote where Charlie Sheen in the movie Wall Street,
Bud Fox,
near the end Bud Fox with Gecko on the phone near the very end when Fox has done screwed him over and it's tanking, and he's like, that's Eddie. And he says, as your stockbroker, as your broker, I advise you sell. That puts it in, and Gecko goes, dump it. and that's the scene. That's where that's from. But yeah, the GameStop, I feel bad for some people that are going to really take a bath on that stuff, because you get people to buy into it on the way up, and you can't find a buyer when you have to have it. I know it's just a bad feeling. I'd hate to be caught up in that. Void that shit. If you got it, get rid of it, because it's going back down to $5. That's where it started. That's probably where it's going to end.
It has to end now.
Yeah, don't get caught on that.
How long can they profit? I mean,
no, they're going to sell. So the short positions are gone now. And those were your buyers. Once the short positions are gone, which they have, if you go look at it now, the short positions have dried up. Those are your buyers. They're gone. Now who you selling to? Some dude that like me that'll offer you $5. I mean, I can go put a bid in for $5 right now if you want to have some shares in a shit company. It's probably headed for the garbage pile. But yeah, just and with stocks, man, you got to be smart, because it's the little guys that are the ones. Now, you might make money. I know people hit it and make money. Granted, I give you that. I'm not going to say you can't do it and make some money. But for somebody in our range, it just takes that one time. You're done, crushed, over, game over. So you just got to avoid that. And I don't think it's worth the risk to make 10 grand here, 15 grand here, to being completely ruined financially.
All right. Okay.
Give it to Eddie J, college basketball.
Hey, there we go. All right. Hey, Eddie J, what's happening? You got
what's up,
knocked
guys?
out
What's up,
back
guys?
then?
Yeah, we got some college for tonight. One of them we could probably throw in our little round robin if we're going to do that tonight. I took Penn State on Saturday when they played Wisconsin. We were getting 4.5 or 5 that day. They won straight up. Wisconsin had beat the Knicks 13 consecutive times until that upset. And, Wisconsin, nice little tournament resume, was 13-4 entering the game. Penn State at 5-7. Like Tony was referencing Jacksonville State, they played a tough non-conference schedule. And I believe the Knicks are a tournament team. They played Ohio State tough on the road. Their previous game covered. We were on them there. Beat Wisconsin straight up last game. And they looks like they did it pretty easily. I watched that game and, they kind of led throughout. So tonight they're going to play again, and we're going to get 8.5 for the Penn State Nittany Lions tonight. So I'm going to take the 8.5. I don't know if they'll pull the upset again, but it wouldn't surprise me, as they could get back to 500 on the season at 7-7. And I'm going to go with the 8.5. Maybe sprinkle a little bit on the money line on that game. Another college I'm looking at here is UNLV Nevada over 142. They played a couple nights ago. They finished with about $1.50. And Nevada just had their way. I think they put up about 80 plus points in that game. And UNLV really had an off shooting game. And they were, winners of 3 or 4 in a row before that. Well, actually, Utah State, but before that, they had a 3 or 4 game winning streak. So I expect UNLV to have a better night tonight. And Nevada at home shouldn't have a problem getting 75-80 again. So I don't see no reason why we don't get 142 in that total. Couple others I'm looking at. Tennessee's a small favorite against Ole Miss on the road. Now, if you remember, about 5 games ago, Tennessee looked like a top 5, top 7 team in the country. They kind of got tripped up a little bit, lost a couple to Florida, got upset at home, and they didn't cover for 3 straight, but they bounced back last game, had an impressive win against Kansas, and I think they're back on track. Ole Miss is really inconsistent, even though they're home. I see Tennessee now that they got their momentum back, beating, Kansas in that game. I think they go back-to-back with a victory here. So we're going to back the Vols tonight. And then the 4th pick, Carolina Clemson. I'm going to go over 134. Clemson's been an under team, but Carolina totals are usually set in the mid-140s. I'm getting 134 tonight, so I think there's some value in that aspect. Considering Clemson at home, I consider they'll have some, ability to score at home tonight. And Carolina is lazy on defense and can fill the basket up, so I don't see any reason why we don't get a 72-65 game at least in this game. I could see Tony right on Clemson pulling the upset at home, but either way, we're going to try to get a $134 on the total. So 2 overs, 134 on Carolina, and then the over Nevada, 142. And then we'll go with the Knicks, Penn State plus 8.5, and Tennessee laying a small 3.
All right. Plenty of action there. Thank you very much, Eddie J. So plenty of college basketball action. Got a little Clemson and over, but maybe Clemson, maybe a little money line, Tony? Plus
I'm thinking Clemson and Texas. Go pick 2 of my games to put on there. Put Clemson and Texas on there.
All right. So now we're looking. So
Eddie had one. Who did you
won
have, Eddie?
Robin today,
You
right?
like one. You like one, right?
Penn State. That's a nice little payout.
All right, so there you go. Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State, Clemson, Texas. Pick one, Lou. Who do you like?
NBA too, if you want.
I mean,
yeah, I'm looking at the NBA. I'm trying.
Yeah, I think I might have hockey that I'm gonna throw at you in a little bit. I didn't like too much, but except for
I don't really like an underdog.
Minus a fucking a half. I like that tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one tonight. So all right, so give me let's see down the schedule. You got Jacksonville State was a favorite. Georgia, Auburn, nothing. Texas, you got a dog plus 205. All right. Dogs only. Virginia, Iowa State. They got a shot? No?
Virginia versus Iowa State.
West Virginia, Iowa State. I wouldn't touch that game.
Iowa State's terrible.
All right, Clemson plus $1.20.
I like that one. That's I do. I think they're good shot, good chance. 50-50.
All right, Michigan State. They got a shot against Iowa here tonight? No, right?
I don't think so.
No. I don't think so. They could cover. They've lost 3 in a row, but they burned me on Saturday. I'm laying off. But you know, they
Penn State. We're not. We got some Penn State love from Eddie J. Mississippi State, Arkansas. Any feeler there?
Arkansas is it at Arkansas? They're pretty good at home. So
all right, scratch that. Indiana, a home dog against Illinois.
I actually gave out Illinois too. Now I forgot to mention that one, but Illinois minus the 2. I gave out the money line tonight, but that's a favorite.
UNLV after getting embarrassed, are they going to get the win?
No,
I don't know about the win. It didn't look.
I'm looking. Yep.
I hit the over the other night. They're at 141.5.
Yeah, we won.
So I kind of like it over, but
try the Trailblazers. Put the Trailblazers on there.
Hold on, let me get my college. We got
college.
Stanford plus $1.10. Elon plus 7.5.
I'd say Georgia, dude. If you go from off this list, I would pick like a Georgia. Auburn's favored by way too many, and looks of that they might choke it up. So, but I didn't bet it.
Yeah, Georgia's worth a shot, but I mean,
it's probably plus 300, right? At least
plus 350.
Yeah, why not, dude? I mean, I'm looking at this list, all those. This is because Auburn's probably the weakest 9-point favorite in this whole list of teams here.
All right, let's go look at the NBA again. We got the Magic.
I'm saying the Trailblazers is the only one I kind of.
Who?
And they're a little favorite. I mean, there's a lot of close spreads tonight.
No, I don't want any favorites. It's got to be a plus.
They're plus. Portland's plus.
Portland like the Nets a little bit.
I would say the Grizzlies, but Tony likes Indiana. So
that's all I'm saying, but I could be wrong.
We agree on it. That's all.
Portland is against the Wizards.
Golden State, you guys both like Boston.
I mean, Grizzlies are playing good, but you know they're back-to-back. That's what scares you. But they're playing great ball.
Man, I would take Boston. I wish you could take Boston on some kind of alternate line and sell them like 6 points or something for plus 175.
Yeah.
Or some horse manure like that, somewhere where you can.
I wish I could quarterback the Buffalo Bills with the Super Bowl and win it.
Man, you see these guys, they talk about these weird exotic bets all the time where they'll I guess some of these books will sell, you can sell points like that.
How about the Thunder? They got a shot at home? Yes, the Rockets?
I think they do.
I guess. I mean, why not?
I got 5 teams right now. Now let's go into hockey. Unless you got anything else. Grizzlies, you want me? No, we don't.
They just lost to the Raptors too. Maybe on the bounce back for the Magic, dude. Second of a back-to-back. They just lost at Toronto. Maybe they can come home and get them back. I kind of like that. Why not? Take Orlando.
Orlando, what do you think, Eddie?
It looks good. They just don't really play Toronto well. I mean, they played them in the playoffs a couple years ago, and for some reason they don't play them well. But I don't know. I mean, I could see them winning though. But
what's the price on that? 2.25, 250,
220,
220. And that's not bad. I mean, you got if you're making us pick one, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like
to say pick it. I'm just.
I like Portland. If I'm going to pick
we're not doing favorite.
Well, they're not favorite. Wizards are minus.
They're a 220 dog.
Who?
So,
Wizards are favored.
let's see. You said Magic against the Raptors. The Raptors usually win. See the Raptors 7-0 the last 7 meetings. That's against the spread, but they've been a favorite the whole time.
See, that was using my ingrained database. I didn't even look in. I just know I have a database. You tell me 2 teams, I can tell you history.
That probably means we should take them tonight, dude. They're trying to. That's that ESPN hype pump, man. Whenever I get that. I used to laugh about it, but it's not really that funny. You can kind of bet on that stuff. Whatever is the big hype on like an ESPN, you can go ahead and just fade that shit. So whenever they start doing these dramatic pieces about a college coach and his team and the beautiful, they're not winning shit, dude. You can go ahead and just.
Toronto won 9 straight.
I got my Cleveland Browns big winner to
right, Mayfield. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Guys, here you go.
And all that, you know.
Toronto has won 9 straight up against Orlando. Now you got them at only minus 260 tonight. Let's find somebody to parlay them with. Bingo.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Who they play?
Ole Miss. Yeah, that's scary, but maybe. I don't mind it, I guess.
All right, well, let's go back to the underdogs. Let's hit the NHL.
Tennessee shit, man. I'm just scared. I had them, and they did really good against Kansas, man. That's why I'm scared. Now they're going on the road in a conference game.
All right, let's go to.
They had their little slip up 3 or 4 games there. So
yeah, they got crossed by Florida. Then, like you say, their sleepwalk game was that next one, and they lost again. But then they kind of woke up.
Built positive momentum. I don't think they're going back to losing already. They were a top 5 team early on in the year. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, they don't play like they played at Florida. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. It is kind of weird that line's only 4. It seems a little light. I think I noticed that earlier.
We both like Boston. Do Boston.
I know. How about the Celtics, man? We like the Celtics.
They're a favorite.
Well, you were talking about putting something together.
Talking about I said, but let's finish this. Let's finish the underdog one first.
Well, I thought we had enough. I guess
we got 5 of them, but we ain't even hit the hockey yet, man. Come on,
let's scratch some of that shit off. Go ahead.
Come on, man.
Hockey is you guys. I'm not even going to touch the hockey right now.
Yeah, the hockey's totals for me. So,
I mean, look at the Canadians minus 1.5 plus $1.40. I'm pressing the button, bitch.
Let's go.
All right, Stars and the Jackets.
Let me just pull it up here.
I'm not seeing. I really have to go with there. Jets and the Flames.
What do you want? My hockey card or what?
Give me your hockey card, Eddie J. What we got today?
Yeah, well, who do you like?
All right, so for the hockey,
Edmonton, without a doubt, minus $1.50, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's nice. But we got four totals we're targeting. 2 of them. First one, the Edmonton game against Ottawa. Gave out a personal play on the first period over and the game over. Last game, they had 8 goals in the first period and finished with 13. So we'll try that again tonight. First period over, game over. Avalanche and Wild, we targeted the first period and the game last time. We'll do that again. Came in pretty easily. First period and game, 5.5 for the total. That's an NBCSN game. So you can watch that and root for some goals there. Other 2 I'm looking at, no first periods though. Blackhawks, Hurricanes over 6, and Dallas and Columbus. You get a nice number 5 on that one. Dallas has averaged 6.3 goals in 11 games this year combined, and Columbus, they've had pretty success. Patrick Laine is supposed to be starting his first game tonight. They're at home, so I think we at least get a push on that 5 at the worst. But I suggest a winner on that.
All right, nice, Eddie. All right, I like your Edmonton over. I think that I don't know if it's going to be as easy as it was the other night, but I got my little let's go against we're going to be fading my accountant called me. He said fade the Red Wings and fade the Senators. And so that's all I've been doing.
Terrible, yeah.
So I'm betting the parlay against them every night, fading against them. We're going to throw them in tonight with the Oilers minus the 1.5. We're going to put in the Canadians minus the 1.5. And who else? Where else you seeing the blowout? And then we're going to have the Lightning. Well, they're an underdog though, at -1.5. I mean, they're a favorite still at -1.5. Too big of a favorite. So, but you're going to want to parlay in NHL. I mean, the favorites look good tonight. I mean, where they're just solid. You got the Lightning -330. You got the Oilers -235. And then
it's just too much ice capades, man, to be giving up 330 on this.
Well, you know, you're playing a
regular season. You're throwing
the Canadians as well. So we
which
got
one -330? Good Lord. I don't even see that on here. You talking about the Oilers?
No, Tampa Bay -330. Oh, that's tomorrow. Fuck, I'm looking at tomorrow.
I didn't think Tampa Bay played tonight. They played.
I'm looking at tomorrow. I can lock it in with tomorrow's game.
The Avalanche are playing pretty good. They're at home. They might be able to take care of Minnesota.
So might have to throw that in with the Lightning
Blackhawks,
with the Toronto on the money line. There's a nice 2 teams. Get another 3rd team in there. So, all right. So here we go. We got 7 teams tonight in our round robin, and I'll repeat them again for those that are paying attention. For those that aren't, I'll say it a little louder and slower.
I mean, you remember make that shit for like a dime.
10 cents. Yeah, we can do that.
How much is it, man? That sounds like a lot of picks. You gonna make us go broke.
It's going to turn out to be a lot of like 500 parlays. Watch.
Okay.
All right. Penn State is one of them. Texas is another. These are all money lines, so we got to win them all.
Right. Penn State, Texas,
plus 300, plus 205, plus $1.25 of Clemson. Georgia plus 350.
I like that.
Thunder plus $1.70.
OKC
minus $1.50, plus $1.40. The Oilers minus $1.50, plus $1.05. They gave us the plus. All right, so it's a 7-leg parlay.
What was the first hockey team? I'm writing this shit down so I can track it later. The Montreal puck line. Montreal puck line. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna play. Yeah, this is like 120 bets, so we're just gonna play 10 cents away. It's gonna be $12.20 away.
Yeah, $24. There you go. That sounds like a fair one. So we already $6 in the hole, right? Isn't that what you said?
We're $6 in the hole.
Okay.
We got $24 in tonight.
So we're 30 in. We need to
round robin.
We need to get 30 away. We need $30 to break even.
Pays $2,571.15.
Yes, up to the window. It's almost like a state fair carny, dude, like a traveling circus carny. Step up to the window, guess your weight, grab a prize. Because like you ain't winning shit, dude. A plastic ring toss.
Load it up. There it is.
We're in.
State, Texas, Clemson, Georgia, the Thunder, the Canadians, and the Oilers. And that's 1,000 to 1 shot, gentlemen. 1,000 to 1. Eddie's smiling like we cashed it. I like it.
State, man.
It sounds good, Lou. I like it. I can tell if the ticket's going to win before or after. As soon as I see it, that one gives me a good vibe. The Canucks last night throw me off as soon as we placed it.
There we go.
But you can blame me for the Canucks. I'll lay off them tonight.
Good job, guys. Hey, I'm looking, man. I don't see any really bad pick on there. We'll see.
They never look bad before the game.
I know. That's the scary part, right?
We'll see what happens. All right, let's we'll get Chumly back here tomorrow. Let's leave him out with the most interesting play of the day. Tony?
Oh wow!
I know you gave us 4 plays, but if you want to put one top, I know you're reserving your best bet for your website.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Jacksonville State guys. Of my plays today, the plays that I gave you on the show today, I think that is going to be your best opportunity to cash a ticket. I just like that they're getting the perceived second best team in the conference on their home court. In a situation where I think that their non-conference schedule early in the year just seasoned this team up well enough to where at home they're going to play a solid game. So I'm going to back Jacksonville State to take care of business. That's my most interesting play, Lou.
All right. Very good. Eddie J.
Yeah, I'm not going to give out anything from my card because I pretty much gave most of that out already. So I'll just add something additionally. Tony was referencing the dog fight.
Cricket, right?
Huh?
You've been betting cricket, right?
Oh, yeah. Cricket actually today, 2-1 on my client's soccer plays, and I played
some all Euro soccer shit, dude. I'm like
5-1 on soccer, and I'm actually 9-1 my last 10. So
dude, it was like Premier League, some Euro Champ League. I couldn't even figure out what the hell one of those leagues was, man. What?
Well, yeah, I took Manchester United today. It was 9-0 on the over.
That was Premier League. I figured that one out. Then you had
the DFB Cabal League or something. It's a Germany tournament. So we had Borussia Dortmund on that one. And then you're probably familiar with Ronaldo and stuff. He's on Juventus. They played.
Oh, that's the Italia Serie A. Yeah, I know that league.
It actually was a Copa Cup, though. So it wasn't the big game. But that was over 2.5 even money, and that finished 2-1. So, yeah, man, bet around the clock, man. You know, I get a couple hours sleep here and there. That's why Mondays I'm a little lethargic. But anyway, as far as that play, I don't do unders that much, but let's go with Texas Baylor under 144.5. I agree with Tony. I think it'll be a knockabout, drag them out.
I think it's going to be ugly where both teams shoot about 35, 36%, you know, just a beating, you know, probably go more fouls not called than fouls called, just a big hammering kind of night. That's my guess. So
yeah, my numbers got that at about $1.36 to be nice, and they have $1.44.5. I think that's just overvalued because of the marquee game. It's on ESPN. And, you know, Baylor put up big numbers against Kansas State, so they're probably going off, you know, their recent total history. But I don't think it should be near $1.44. So let's go with that.
All right. All right. So we shall go with that. And I will roll with my Wizards to the over with 241.5 against Portland here tonight. And there you go. Plenty of action there, guys. Gave out a lot of plays, a lot of picks. Had a winning night last night. We've been on a nice little run. And we'll be back again with Chumly. So the four of us should be here tomorrow, rolling with some solid picks for you again. Hopefully we're talking about another winning night. So good luck to everybody. Appreciate you joining us. Look for us again tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time. We'll get you some more winners on BettorCenter Live. Wrap it later, guys. We got no music yet. Go ahead, Eddie. Wrap it.
All right. I'm coming up only to hold you under. I'm coming up only to show you how. Ready? At every occasion, I'll be ready for the funeral. There you go.
All right. Ready for that funeral. All right, buddy. Hopefully it's not tonight. Have a good night. Good luck, everybody.